Hello fellow One Piece fans, welcome back to One Piece Nerd. After 2 weeks of break, today marks the end of the wait as Oda-sensei has finally sent the manuscript for chapter 1131 to the publisher. Now it's down to editing and adjusting the drawings before printing. This is also the time when leakers are most active, and we're all eagerly awaiting the upcoming events at Elbaph, where Luffy will confront the cursed Prince Loki in the battlefield forest of Elbaph. The rebels of One Piece are officially adding a new member to their ranks. Previously, we had two rebels from the East Blue, Luffy, who once punched his grandfather, and Ace, who rejected his father and embraced his enemy as his foster father. Later, the East Blue rebels were joined by the North Blue rebel, Sanji, who kicked Vinsmoke Judge right in the face. Eventually, the Straw Hats even had the rebellious Wano help them take down Kaido, but in terms of sheer audacity, no one quite measures up to Loki, who killed his own father to seize a devil fruit. Blackbeard, as an adopted son, doesn't reach that level of disrespect. Many fans worry for Luffy, as his innocence might put him at a disadvantage against a cunning character like Loki. Our fans are also feeling this concern. There's a chance that Loki might deceive Luffy into freeing him from his chains. If that happens, a fight would be inevitable. Of course, Luffy is still stronger, so there's nothing to worry about. In fact, 99% of readers actually want Loki to break free just to see the legendary devil fruit he took from his father. However, Oda might disappoint some, as there's no info on this devil fruit in the next chapter. Instead, Oda will reveal another very hot piece of news. This information was shared by the leaker Scott Informer on social media platform X. To know more, please watch the rest of today's video. Chapter 11.3 preview. What will happen when Luffy meets Prince Loki in Elbaph? Will Luffy free Loki in the next chapter and set off the Ragnarok battle? Additionally, leaker Reedon posted a cryptic message saying, "You're not ready for this," suggesting that Oda may have something surprising in store for all readers. Besides the break for health reasons, One Piece's 2-week hiatus also allowed Oda-sensei to gather more inspiration and reconsider the arc's storyline. Initially, the arc structure was set, but Oda wanted to modify or develop an even more exciting story, so he took extra time to perfect everything harmoniously. Currently, we need to wait almost a day for the official spoiler. According to leaks, this chapter features a vast setting. In the early chapters of each arc, Oda often shifts perspective like a prelude, recapping the world's situation after major events from the previous arc. The incident at Egghead shook the entire world, and you might remember that the narrator once mentioned this event's outcome would send shockwaves the next day. But have we witnessed that shock yet? Not yet, because Oda has only revealed a small portion of today's newspaper in the One Piece world. Vegapunk's broadcast was indeed heated, but it wasn't the full outcome of the Egghead incident. Moreover, Vegapunk's livestream was cut off halfway. What Newshawk Morgan reported in the latest edition reflects the true outcome of the Egghead incident. Besides the news of Dr. Vegapunk's death, there was also news that the giant pirates allied with Emperor Straw Hat. It's unclear who managed to snap a photo of the 5 elders and sold it to Morgan. Naturally, their forms resemble monsters, but just seeing these creatures on Egghead Island sent public opinion into a frenzy. Social media was shaken by this, especially with scenes of the 5 elders and the ancient robot M10 clashing on the shore, shocking the world. The photographer didn't realize they were the 5 elders. If they had known, they wouldn't dare post it for any amount of money, since it wouldn't be enough to handle the higher-ups. The government couldn't control their subordinates, letting Morgan bribe them. On Kamabaka Island, Sabo was shocked to see the newspaper and told Dragon and Ivankov that these were the 5 elders. He had seen their forms before in the Pangaea castle. A flashback shows the confrontation between Sabo, King Cobra, and the 5 elders. This time, Oda didn't have to draw them in shadow. A sharp arrow-like object pierced King Cobra's chest, and Sabo carried him away, with Saturn's spider-like legs coming into play. Naturally, there were no details revealing Imsama. Saint Saturn's death was still hidden, with 9 vice admirals covering up this secret. Kizaru was called in to recount what happened. He sighed unintentionally, but it was more of a sigh of relief. The reaction of the vice admirals was one of deep confusion, as their leader appeared unusually calm. Who wouldn't be relieved that Saint Saturn had perished? In a recent Q&A, Oda hinted that Kizaru was the one who delivered food to Luffy on Egghead. No one could identify this person because they were moving at the speed of light, too fast for the naked eye to catch. A negation that couldn't be more direct from Oda. At that time, only Saturn and Kizaru were present from the government side. I think it seems Saint Saturn has discovered Kizaru's actions. Recall when Kuma appeared to save Bonnie. Kizaru was forced to continue fighting. Saturn warned him, "Be careful with your work, you're unusually slow today." Kizaru likely realized his actions were discovered by Saint Saturn, but Saturn needed him for the battle, so he said nothing. Later, Kizaru redeemed himself by killing his old friend Vegapunk, yet this mission still counted as a failure. Since Kizaru delivered food to Luffy, Saturn gave him a warning. If Saturn returns alive, Kizaru will hardly find peace. Thus, Kizaru remains indifferent to Saturn's death. According to Admiral Kizaru, the images Morgan acquired are truly concerning. The world is not ready to receive them. Numerous reactions followed, including from the 5 elders, who are very angry about the leaked images from Egghead. At the headquarters of Cross Guild, Crocodile and Mihawk are also discussing these monsters. Crocodile insists they don't belong to the Navy. He's been a warlord long enough to recognize powerful figures. Even the 2 strongest recruits Akainu chose as admirals aren't as frightening. Mihawk's expression shifts as he notes they may be of a higher level. The world government still holds many mysteries. Scene shifts to Pirate Island, Hachinosu, where Blackbeard's crew discusses the recent news article. Teach asks Kuzan if he knows what it is. Kuzan replies that he left the Navy before Vegapunk's project was complete, so he's unsure what it is. Borsalino was the one directly overseeing Vegapunk, and they had a good relationship. Shiryu asks about the young warlords, and Kuzan says he just explained. He thought they were asking about the Seraphim. These creatures don't look like artificial creations. They seem to be a type of devil fruit. However, no one in the Navy he knows possesses such strength, yet Straw Hat Luffy still managed to escape. Blackbeard laughs heartily at Luffy's unbelievable luck. On the Red Fox ship, red-haired Shanks' face becomes extremely serious. He knows exactly what those 5 monsters are, but can't reveal it to his crew. As the scene shifts to both Emperors Blackbeard and red-haired Shanks, their updated bounties are revealed. Emperor, captain of the Blackbeard Pirates, Marshal D. Teach, has a bounty of 4.996 billion berries. Emperor, leader of the red-haired pirates, Shanks has a bounty of 5.0489 billion berries. These are shocking numbers. Many people are skeptical about Shanks's and Teach's new bounties, but to me, it's quite reasonable. For instance, Akainu has been valued at 5 billion by Cross Guild. People might think it's too high, but remember, the world has changed. It's no longer Whitebeard's era. These numbers aren't unreasonable at all. Teach recruits Kuzan into his pirate crew, defeats a pirate with a 3 billion berry bounty, Law, and obtains 2 road poneglyphs, boosting his bounty by 1 billion. Meanwhile, Shanks also takes down another 3 billion bounty pirate, Kid, and takes his poneglyphs. This event reveals that Shanks, like Luffy, is an ally of the giant pirates, which raises his bounty by another billion. Dory and Brogy see their bounties jump from 100 million to 1.8 billion. Some say it's just inflation, yet the emperors with bounties of 5 billion don't seem impressed. Shanks the red-haired now surpasses Whitebeard, becoming the highest bountied character after the Pirate King Gold D. Roger and the only emperor with a bounty reaching 5 billion berry. Meanwhile, Kaido and Big Mom in the past rarely made big moves, mostly bullying New World rookies, kidnapping, extorting, and smuggling, with both the Winter Island and Elbaph battles still far off. Additionally, Kuzan receives his first bounty as the 10th commander of Blackbeard's pirate crew, although the specific amount is unknown. With both Shanks and Teach receiving a 1 billion berry increase, I suspect Luffy's bounty will climb even higher after his victory over Admiral Kizaru, who was worth 3 billion. Though Kizaru may have allowed Luffy to defeat him, people only care about the result. Luffy is also responsible for Dr. Vegapunk's death and the destruction of Egghead Island, not to mention his alliance with Sabo. I believe Luffy's bounty could surpass even Big Mom's previous bounty. That's my guess, since no specific bounty for the Straw Hats has been mentioned. Maybe Oda is holding back, or the leakers don't have the information. However, according to information from the next chapter, all Straw Hat crew members have reached Elbaph, where the Giants escort Frankie's group to the village where Big Mom once lived. The group begins exploring the Elbaph culture. Robin asks about Saul's whereabouts, but Dory and Brogy, just recently returned to their homeland, are unaware. There's no mention of Zoro's group, suggesting they are still on their way to Yggdrasil, the giant tree city. As for Luffy, it seems he's been placed under an illusion by Loki, as Raiden posts an image of Helheim, the realm of the afterlife in Norse mythology, and one of the 9 worlds connected by the world tree, Yggdrasil. The story is starting to get more intriguing. Another exciting piece of news is that, confirmed, there will be no break next week. These are the latest leaks about Chapter 1131. The official version will be released tomorrow. Thanks everyone for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support us. And for now, goodbye, and see you next time.